If you are staring at your screen right now, feeling paralyzed by overthinking, or simply exhausted by a workload that never seems to end, you are living in a state of constant physiological strain. But while you manage that stress with caffeine or sheer willpower, you are overlooking a physical process designed to resolve that tension from the inside out. We usually describe laughter as a response to something funny, but we can also view it as a high-speed delivery system for a specific set of internal compounds. The physical act of a deep laugh signals the brain to suppress stress hormones and release chemicals that increase your tolerance for physical pain. Our bodies arrive pre-equipped with this system for recovery, yet modern life often treats the remedy as a distraction rather than a requirement. This connection between mood and physical health has been documented for over 3,000 years. One of the earliest records of this observation appears in the Book of Proverbs, a text that helped shape the foundational vernacular of the Western world. The passage makes a specific anatomical claim: "A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones." This suggests that even in antiquity, observers recognized a direct link between a patient's psychological state and the structural health of their body. It was a claim that predicted modern findings, and it set the stage for centuries of further investigation. By the time we reach Renaissance Europe, scholars began treating this ancient idea as a practical tool for recovery. Robert Burton was a 17th century scholar who spent his life studying his own chronic depression, a condition he called melancholy. In 1628, he published The Anatomy of Melancholy under the name Democritus Jr., a reference to the cheerful, laughing ancient Greek philosopher. Burton's exhaustive book became one of the first influential works to explore mental illness through a medical lens. His work included a formal recommendation for those suffering from low spirits: seek out the company of funny people and allow yourself to be cheered by jokes and social mirth. This was a pivotal moment where comedy moved from the theater into the realm of formal psychiatric advice. To see how these ideas hold up in clinical settings, we look to the mid-20th century. In 1964, a journalist named Norman Cousins was diagnosed with a degenerative connective tissue disease. Doctors gave him a survival prognosis of 1 in 500. Cousins found the hospital environment and his agonizing pain were worsening his condition. He decided to conduct a radical experiment on himself. He checked into a hotel and used comedy as his primary tool for recovery, pairing massive doses of vitamin C with hours of intentional laughter. He spent his days watching films by the Marx Brothers and classic episodes of Candid Camera, searching for anything that elicited a genuine belly laugh. His personal account of this recovery would eventually provide a baseline for scientific studies on how laughter interacts with physical pain. Cousins recorded a specific outcome. 10 minutes of genuine laughter consistently provided him with 2 hours of pain-free sleep. His inflammation markers dropped following laughter sessions, linking his mood and pathology. Laughter triggers endorphins, natural peptides that bind to brain receptors to dull pain. Simultaneously, laughter suppresses cortisol, the stress hormone. As cortisol drops, blood vessels dilate, easing physical tension. Laughter operates as a chemical intervention, producing a reaction in the brain that mirrors the effects of the body's natural painkillers. This record of human experience suggests that laughter serves as a physical requirement for systemic health. When you are stressed, your body is in a state of constriction. Laughter is the biological process that releases that grip, allowing your muscles and your heart to relax. For those managing chronic pain or emotional exhaustion, it remains one of the most accessible ways to increase the body's natural tolerance for discomfort. The ancient observation was accurate. Our bodies depend on these moments of joy to maintain our physical well-being. We shouldn't treat laughter as something that only happens by accident. Tonight, prioritize 10 minutes of anything that makes you laugh. Call a friend, watch a favorite movie, or find a book that never fails to cheer you. The remedy is built in and accessible to everyone. Don't wait for a reason. Just take the medicine.